In the endless depths of the prehistoric ocean, where light barely reached the dark seabed and marine life thrived in complete silence, there reigned a creature that still inspires awe and fascination. Its name has been etched into the annals of paleontology as a symbol of power and relentless predation. The surrounding waves may have seemed calm, but beneath them lurked a predator capable of crushing the bony armor of its prey with a single bite. The very thought of such a ruler of the seas provokes both curiosity and tension, reminding us that the prehistoric oceans were realms with no space for weakness. Every movement could mean life or death. This was the world of Kronosaurus, a creature whose name echoes both ancient times and a power that made it one of the most fearsome inhabitants of the ancient seas. The first traces of this giant pliosaur appeared in the 19th century, when paleontologists began to uncover strange bones in the remote wilderness of Australia. Each fragment brought new questions, as it became evident that this creature was far larger than initially believed. Skeletal remains suggested a massive body structure, though there was not enough material at first to form a complete picture. Over time, more parts were discovered, particularly skulls, which confirmed that this was not an ordinary marine reptile, but one of the most formidable predators ever to roam the oceans. These discoveries were assembled in museum exhibits and quickly captivated the imagination of the public, fascinated by the image of a long-lost sea monster whose name invoked the mythical titan Cronus. Kronosaurus lived during the early Cretaceous, a period of significant environmental transformation on Earth. Oceans were home to a multitude of life forms, including fish, cephalopods, and other marine reptiles, offering an ideal hunting ground for a predator of his size. The climate was warmer than it is today, and many areas now on land were submerged under shallow seas. Both the Australian continent and parts of South America provided ample space for hunting and reproduction. These waters were not only full of prey, but also served as battlegrounds where Kronosaurus encountered rival predators vying for dominance. Skeletal reconstructions showed that Kronosaurus could grow over 10 meters in length, with a disproportionately large head dominating its body. Its skull was armed with enormous jaws capable of seizing prey with incredible force, and its conical teeth were sharp and perfectly suited for gripping slippery fish and other marine creatures. Its body was robust and muscular, with large flippers that enabled both swift swimming and agile maneuvering through the water. Unlike other plesiosaurs, Kronosaurus had a shorter neck, which concentrated power into the front of the body and enhanced the strength of its bite. All of this made Kronosaurus an efficient hunting machine that struck fear into the hearts of all sea dwellers. Its hunting strategy relied on strength and speed. It surprised prey with sudden attacks from the depths, using the element of surprise and its powerful jaws to capture and kill. Its ability to bite through tough shells and bones allowed it to feed not only on fish, but also turtles and other marine reptiles. Fossilized remains of prey often bear tooth marks attributed to Kronosaurus, proving how destructive and deadly its attacks were. In the prehistoric ocean, survival was a constant battle, and Kronosaurus sat firmly at the top of the food chain. The skull of Kronosaurus is one of the most impressive parts of its anatomy. Measuring up to 3 meters, its massive structure testifies to the immense force this creature could wield. The size and shape of its jaws indicate clear adaptations for seizing and crushing large prey in an instant. Studying its skull allows paleontologists to better understand how Kronosaurus functioned within its ecosystem. It reveals not only evolutionary adaptations, but also the uniqueness of the species compared to its contemporaries, thanks to its incredible bite strength and hunting technique. Its movement through the water combined power and grace. The massive flippers worked much like the wings of a seabird, enabling effective swimming and quick directional changes. This made Kronosaurus a versatile predator, capable of sudden bursts of speed to ambush prey or evade danger. Its locomotion skills made it the uncatchable ruler of the ocean. Although little fossil evidence remains of internal organs, scientists believe Kronosaurus had a highly developed respiratory system, similar to that of modern reptiles. It needed to surface regularly for air, and its lungs were likely adapted for extended dives. This allowed it to remain submerged long enough to attack from ambush. Its digestive system was built to handle large chunks of meat and crush tough bones. Some fossils even suggest the presence of gastroliths, stomach stones that helped grind food and increase digestive efficiency, allowing it to absorb maximum nutrients from every catch. While its reproduction remains mysterious, comparisons with other marine reptiles suggest it may have been viviparous, giving birth to live young in the water, avoiding the need to come ashore. This would have protected the offspring from land predators. The young were probably independent from birth, although there are hypotheses suggesting the mother may have stayed nearby to guard them for a short time, an idea that remains speculative. Kronosaurus was not the only fearsome predator in prehistoric oceans. It shared its territory with other giant pliosaurs, mosasaurs, and large predatory fish. Clashes between such creatures must have been awe-inspiring, deadly battles of strength, speed, and strategy. These conflicts weren't just about food, they were also about territory. Evidence of injuries on fossilized bones shows that Kronosaurus was not invincible. It bore scars from brutal encounters. Healed fractures and bite marks tell the story of a creature that survived countless struggles, highlighting its resilience. Fossils have been found primarily in modern-day Australia, but also in South America, especially in Colombia. This wide distribution shows Kronosaurus could traverse vast oceanic distances and adapt to different marine environments. Significant fossil sites have become hubs of scientific interest and helped build a more complete understanding of this ancient predator. The origin of Kronosaurus lies in the long evolutionary line of pliosaurs, which began developing in the Jurassic period. These creatures gradually adapted to life at sea, with physical features becoming more specialized for hunting. A shorter neck, larger skull, and reinforced jaws were key evolutionary steps leading to the emergence of such a formidable species. The evolutionary journey of Kronosaurus is a testament to natural selection. Only the strongest and best adapted individuals survived, resulting in a predator that combined speed, strength, and hunting precision. To thrive in its environment, Kronosaurus had to possess highly developed senses. Its eyes were positioned to give it a wide field of vision, allowing it to track prey and detect threats. The large eyeballs likely enabled good vision even in low-light conditions. In addition to sight, hearing, and the ability to detect water vibrations played a crucial role. These senses allowed it to detect the movement of prey from a distance and determine its exact location, making Kronosaurus a uniquely capable predator that could react quickly and effectively. Kronosaurus played a key role in maintaining the balance of its ecosystem. As an apex predator, it helped regulate populations of fish and smaller marine reptiles, preventing overpopulation and preserving biodiversity. Its role is comparable to that of modern sharks, which act as guardians of marine balance. Without such predators, ecosystems risk collapsing under the unchecked growth of certain species. Fossils of Kronosaurus sometimes include not only entire skulls, but also body parts with visible tooth marks from other predators, offering rare insight into its daily interactions. Some skeletal remains even contain fossilized food remains in the abdominal area, confirming a diet that included turtles and other reptiles. Each such find is a rare puzzle piece that brings us closer to understanding the full picture of Kronosaurus's life. Kronosaurus is often compared to other pliosaurs, such as Liopleurodon, another candidate for the title of largest marine predator. While they shared traits like a short neck and massive skull, they differed in size and hunting strategies. Liopleurodon may have been longer, but Kronosaurus stood out for its more robust build and jaw strength. These differences highlight the diversity among pliosaurs and how they adapted to various environmental conditions. Each species was a top predator of its time, and their coexistence may have involved rivalry or niche separation that allowed them to share ocean territories. There is an ongoing debate about whether Kronosaurus was simply a hunting machine driven by instinct, or whether it exhibited more complex behavior. Its brain case suggests a relatively small brain, but one well adapted for controlling senses and movement. It may not have had mammal-like intelligence, but its coordination and ability to respond to environmental stimuli made it a master hunter. Its behavior likely resembled that of modern apex predators like sharks or crocodiles, ambushing prey, reacting to opportunity, and relying on instinct rather than planning. Kronosaurus has since become a symbol of fascination with prehistoric monsters, inspiring artists, writers, and filmmakers. Its name appears in books and documentaries and has become part of popular culture, often portrayed as a ruthless ruler of the oceans. This popularity fuels a broader fascination with the dangers that once lurked in the deep, unknown parts of the earth. Its extinction, like that of all living things, was inevitable. After death, its body sank to the ocean floor, where it was consumed by scavengers, and the remains were gradually buried under sediment. Over millions of years, this slow process preserved its bones as fossils, which now offer rare glimpses into a vanished world. These remains are treasured finds, their preservation the result of a complex chain of coincidences, making each discovery both rare and valuable. Some theories suggest Kronosaurus may have migrated seasonally to different parts of the ocean in search of food or breeding grounds. If true, it would have needed extraordinary endurance and navigation skills, potentially crossing thousands of kilometers during its lifetime. Despite being a top predator, Kronosaurus was not without threats. Juveniles were likely easy targets for larger fish and smaller reptiles. Even adults faced competition from other predators that could challenge their food sources. Constant struggle for dominance was part of life at the top of the food chain, contributing to the dynamic nature of the ecosystem in which it lived. The reasons for Kronosaurus's extinction are still being studied, but climate change and the appearance of new competitors like mosasaurs may have played a role. These changes could have pushed Kronosaurus out of its ecological niche. A decline in food availability, combined with evolutionary pressure from rivals, likely contributed to its downfall. Its extinction reminds us that even the mightiest species can fall if they fail to adapt to changing conditions. The study of Kronosaurus is one of paleontology's most captivating chapters. From early fossil finds to today's advanced technologies, scientists have worked to reconstruct the most accurate image of this animal. With computer modeling and 3D reconstructions, researchers can simulate its movement and behavior. Modern research constantly yields new discoveries, often surprising and reshaping our understanding. Even a small bone fragment can provide crucial insights. One of the most discussed topics is its actual size and appearance. Early reconstructions based on incomplete fossils led to overestimates, with museum models showing lengths over 12 meters. Later research reduced these estimates, but debate continues as scientists strive for accuracy. This shows how challenging it is to reconstruct an extinct animal and how every detail matters. Kronosaurus has become not just a scientific subject, but a source of inspiration for human imagination. It appears in books, documentaries, and games, portrayed as the ultimate ocean predator. It embodies both terror and fascination, tied to the mysterious depths of the sea. Its existence teaches us humility toward nature and reminds us that Earth was once home to creatures far beyond our imagination. The legend of Kronosaurus lives on, continuing to inspire curiosity and creativity. It didn't only battle massive rivals, but also shaped the daily lives of smaller ocean creatures. Its presence influenced the behavior of fish schools, turtles, and others that had to adapt to survive. Some species may have developed faster movements or lived in denser groups as a response to its threat. Kronosaurus's top predator status was vital to the ecosystem's health. Without it, some populations might have grown unchecked, disrupting the balance. Its name, rooted in Greek mythology, connects it to Kronos, the Titan ruler of time. This symbolic link emphasizes the grandeur and dread Kronosaurus inspired. Like Kronos, who devoured his children, Kronosaurus ruled the oceans with an insatiable hunger. This mythological parallel gives Kronosaurus a timeless significance, extending beyond science. It's a reminder that Earth's history is filled with titans whose power still fascinates us today. Whether it lived in solitude or formed seasonal groups remains uncertain. Some researchers suggest Kronosaurus was a lone hunter, fiercely territorial. Others speculate it may have gathered during migration or breeding, possibly offering protection for young. If true, the oceans may once have witnessed incredible scenes of massive predators swimming together. While no direct evidence exists, the possibility adds a new layer of mystery. Today's research combines traditional methods with cutting-edge technology. CT scans allow detailed analysis of bone structure, while virtual models show body shape, movement, and bite strength. These tools let us peer into the past with unprecedented clarity. Simulations reveal how fast it could swim and how powerful its muscles were. Thanks to modern science, Kronosaurus is brought to life once more, helping us understand how it truly lived in a world long vanished. As one of the most terrifying rulers of ancient oceans, its strength, size, and relentless predation made Kronosaurus a true prehistoric legend. Though all that remains are its fossilized bones, each discovery brings us closer to understanding the giants that once ruled our seas. Kronosaurus was not just an isolated hunter, but also a crucial part of a complex and dynamic marine ecosystem. Its presence influenced everything around it, from the behavior of prey species to the balance between different populations. Schools of fish, marine turtles, and smaller reptiles likely evolved specific survival strategies to evade this massive predator. Some may have developed faster escape responses, while others relied on living in dense groups to reduce individual risk. This invisible force, the constant threat of predation, shaped the underwater community and led to evolutionary innovations. Without apex predators like Kronosaurus, the ecosystem would lose its equilibrium, allowing certain species to overpopulate and destabilize the food chain. That's why scientists today study not only the creature itself, but also the ecological connections it maintained to better understand the prehistoric world as an integrated system. The name Kronosaurus carries symbolic weight, echoing the power of ancient mythology. Inspired by the Greek titan Kronos, the name suggests a being outside the normal flow of life, a timeless force of nature. Just as Kronos devoured his own offspring, Kronosaurus dominated the seas with a hunger that spared no creature. The name was chosen deliberately to reflect both majesty and terror, qualities that define this ancient predator. It reminds us that humans have always connected the great unknowns of nature with myth and storytelling. This symbolic dimension gives Kronosaurus a deeper meaning that reaches beyond its biological identity. It is not merely a long-extinct marine reptile, but a representative of a world where titanic forces ruled both land and sea. There is still much speculation about the social behavior of Kronosaurus. Did it live entirely alone, patrolling and defending its territory, or did it occasionally come together with others of its kind, perhaps during mating seasons or long-distance migrations? Some scientists suggest that these giant reptiles could have formed temporary groups, especially to protect their offspring or increase survival chances during vulnerable times. If true, the prehistoric oceans may have seen breathtaking sights. Several enormous predators moving together through the vast blue, synchronized in purpose. Although no concrete evidence has been found to confirm such behavior, the hypothesis of a social dimension adds new depth to how we imagine Kronosaurus, not just as a solitary hunter, but as part of a more nuanced and possibly cooperative existence. Modern research into Kronosaurus has gone far beyond traditional paleontology. Thanks to advanced technology, such as high-resolution CT scanning and 3D modeling, scientists can now explore the internal structure of bones in extraordinary detail. These tools allow for virtual reconstructions of the animal's skeleton, muscles, and even bite mechanics. Such simulations reveal how Kronosaurus might have moved, how fast it could swim, or how much force it could exert with its jaws. These insights give us a more dynamic and accurate understanding of how it lived, hunted, and interacted with its environment. Through this lens, science is breathing new life into the past, reconstructing not only the appearance but also the behaviors of creatures that vanished millions of years ago. Kronosaurus stands as one of the most terrifying apex predators to ever rule the ocean. Its immense size, muscular body, and crushing jaws made it a deadly force, one that dominated its environment without mercy. Today, all that remains are fossilized bones and the impressions left in stone, but even those remnants continue to captivate the imagination of scientists and the public alike. Every discovery adds a new piece to the puzzle, bringing us closer to understanding an era when the seas were ruled by giants. In museums around the world, towering skeletons of Kronosaurus inspire awe, serving as a powerful reminder of how wild, unpredictable, and awe-inspiring life on Earth once was. And if you found this story fascinating, don't forget to share it, because the world of prehistoric monsters has only just begun to reveal its secrets.